Listen, if nobody talking about it, I gotta talk about it, man. This is Apex Sabian, the only person talking about shit. Listen, a lot of you niggas got some fucking issues. I saw some shit on that podcast with the fucking white dude with the sex doll and the Chinese girl that wears the Hitler hat. And they were talking about it's never right to leave a marriage, even if there's physical abuse and all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you physically? Why are you yelling at a girl? Why are you? First of all, why are you yelling and arguing with a girl? Then secondly, how do you even get to the point where you gotta put your hands on a woman? That's the next level. I don't even understand. I don't condone that. I don't understand that. Your presence and your word should be more than enough. And you should have such a fucking nice household of things running properly and smoothly, love and all this other stuff. That why the fuck are you putting your hands on motherfuckers? Like I don't just in general. I don't know why niggas ever putting hands on people. I don't listen. I'm a lethal motherfucker. I got hands. I got swords. I got knives. And I've never once had to be in a street altercation where I had to fight somebody. Because I have a thing called using words, and I understand proximity and distance, and I understand there's somebody who's causing ruckus. I get the fuck away. I don't sit around trying to say, "Hey man, let me try to fix it." Boom. No. I ain't, listen. Fisticuffs and street fights. I don't understand how you niggas get that. Shootouts. I don't understand how y'all getting those either. The only way I'm gonna be in a shootout is a motherfucker try to bring it to my house, and even then I'm gonna try to negotiate. Like, hey brother, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't let me kill you. I really don't feel like killing you. Now, if the nigga comes with the gun, then that's a whole separate story. But anyway, secondly, I need to teach niggas how do you run your household and how do you enact law and order. See, one of the things, the way that you unlock law and order, the way that you be able to keep it, you can't rule by fear. Fear is a horrible motivator for people because once people lose the fear of you, then you have nothing left. So you have to rule by prosperity, happiness, and peace. And one of the things I learned as a teacher, and it's a great motivator, or a great thing to teach people is when you're trying to maintain order in a classroom, the worst thing, the worst thing that you could ever do is by trying to enact punishments. You don't want to do punishments. You don't want to make a kid sit in the corner. You don't want to make a kid get like that. That does not help. So you know how you foster a peaceful and happy classroom or household? Well, you have incentives. You have privileges that the kids have, or that your wife has, or that the family has, that you keep going as long as things are going in order. So you find out what your wife likes. Does she like date night? Does she like breakfast in bed? Does she like that you like warm her food up and then you massage her feet? Does she like just having conversations, talking to you about this dumb shit you don't want to hear about? Does she like watching TV shows? You figure out what she fucking really loves. And you say, look, baby, I'm going to do all these things that you want me to do. Now we're going to negotiate because I'm not doing it all fucking 24/7 hours a day. Because if it was up to her, you will never leave the house. If it's up to her, you will never leave the fucking house. She will just sit there and blah, 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 and you will lose your fucking mind as a man. She will make you watch these terrible dramas. You will just be like, oh my God, it blow my brains out. I can't take no more of it. So you have to put constraints. You got to negotiate. You got to talk to your wife and say, hey, look, this is what I'm willing to do, and this is why I'm willing to do it. And here's the time constraints. Because I got certain things I got to take care of to make sure that the household runs smoothly. And so once you develop that, like the prosperity, or you develop the privileges that your wife gets, the next thing that you have to do is you have to enact some rule sets. So like, there's certain duties that a wife has to take care of. And I'm not talking about cooking, cleaning. Your wife is not your goddamn maid. She's not your fucking mama. It goes beyond sex and her doing domestic duties. You gotta have like real shit that she does in the household that helps build and make you a better person. Because if you're doing good and you're able to operate more efficiently in the world, it means there's more resources and capital that goes into the household, and we all fucking win it together as a team. And so once you realize this, you say, hey, look, baby, I love what you do. You do all these great things, and it really makes me happy, and it really helps me fucking prosper as a man. You got to really glorify. You got to let her know, like, because I really appreciate it, because it really is important. And go back to my other video about, like, the 80-20 rule, where the 20% that your woman makes up, that she takes care of, it makes you way more better as a man. And it also gives you, like, a cheat code, a handicap. So if you're not feeling the best of your day, you get some advantage points because she's doing some shit in the background that makes you fucking operate better. And then you come up with a rule set like, okay, I need you to take care of these things. You got to do 3 things, this, blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. This is going to help us all run smoothly. She's like, okay, I agree to do this. Now, people being people and women being women, she's going to get lazy on the job sometimes. It just happens. Everybody gets lazy on the job. It happens to the best man, happens to the best woman. But what you got to have is open communication. You got to let people know, hey, look, you're not doing the things that you said you were going to do. Can we please have a conversation about it? And you got to be a man about it. Be like, okay, look, you ain't lying. You right. I was not doing what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. And you can't be a bitch about it. You can't be like, well, I'm a fucking man. I work hard. No, 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 no. This is a unionship. Y'all fucking work together so everybody fucking wins in the team. And so then you come up with some rules and policies. Okay, so say you're not doing something that you're not doing A, or she's not doing A, which helps the team. So you look at it, you know, okay, she's not doing A. So you go and you say, hey, ma'am, baby, you're not doing A. Why are you not doing A? She's like, well, A is hard. I don't know how to exactly do it. You say, okay, baby, that's fair enough. If you don't know how to do it, I'm going to sit down and walk you through and show you how to do A exactly. We're going to do it together. We're going to do it multiple times together till you get how to do it. So I don't want, because once again, you got to remember, you're a teacher and you're the leader. And leaders got to show by example. So whatever you ask her to do, you have to be able to do yourself. You can't be one of these motherfuckers who can't do shit and then expect your woman to do something that you can't do. That's fucked up. That doesn't make no sense. That don't make no logic. It make no sense. No sense. And so you walk through, you show her how to do A, you say, okay, baby, we're going to restart. We're going to do this. Now, if she continues to not do A for whatever fucking reason, and you have open communication, you talk about it, there has to be some type of repercussions. Now, you don't get divorced. You don't yell at her. You don't scream. That's why so many relationships fucking break down, because motherfuckers just want to run away as soon as shit gets a little bit tough. No, you say, okay, baby, look, you're not doing A, and that's just not fair to us as a group. As us as a unit, I do all these things that I promised I was going to do when I made my vows. You said you're going to do all these things that you said you were going to do when you made your vows. So, since you are not fulfilling your end of the vows, there has to be some repercussions. Now, once again, I said, your relationship, if you did the foundation correctly, which is you guys became friends, you became cool, you guys know each other, you guys communicate, you have an open and honest communication about your emotions, how you feeling, all this other stuff. You say, look, baby, I got to take away 4 of the dates for our 8 date nights. Because you're refusing to do A. I don't know why you're refusing to do A. Maybe you're just testing my gangster for some reason. I don't know why you choose to test my gangster this particular season. Maybe it's your period. Maybe you're fucking, I don't know what the fuck going on. And so you basically go and say, okay, you refuse to do A. So we have agreed upon thing where I'm going to take you on this many dates, rub your back, make sure you get your bath water, all this other stuff. So I'm taking away the fucking bath water and rubbing your feet. I'm not doing it until you fucking do A. And then she has to make a decision. Okay. I love my bath water. I love getting my feet rubbed. It's the best thing. I love when my fucking man does that for me. It makes me feel so special. And A, even though I don't like doing it, I refuse to lose the bath water and the feet rubbing. And you know what she'll do? She'll say, okay, fine, honey, whatever. And so then you make a policy. Okay. From this period of time, you got a whole week. If you can do A all the time, we will reinstate the bath water and the feet rubbing. And she'll be like, oh, okay, fine. And then she'll do the fucking thing, and then you fucking go back to rubbing the feet in the bath water. And that's how you run a household smoothly. You have to have privileges. You have to have things that are special that you do for her, so she knows how special she feels. So when she doesn't do the things that make you feel special, that make you feel a better man, you could trade those things off and you negotiate. So you don't end up in fucking nuclear divorce because she won't cook lobster on Saturday like she promised. And it's just all about communication, being open and talking about what you want, what you think you need, and all this other stuff. And you just being a leader and not being an asshole. That's most of you niggas want to be assholes all day. And you expect your woman to stick around when you be an asshole. You being lazy on your job. You can't be lazy on the job, brother. If you be lazy on the job, you're going to suffer. Suffer. And listen, I don't want niggas to suffer. Well, actually, I do want niggas to suffer. That's the only way you niggas learn. A lot of you niggas refuse to fucking learn if things are going good. So you gotta suffer. Suffer. And if you make sure that you learn from the suffering, and then you introduce her suffering, but it's not real suffering. It's like you just take away privileges. Then you'll be able to run the household smoothly. Because once again, and the same thing with your kids too. You don't fucking hit the kids. You don't yell at the kids. You don't make the kids sit in time out. You just take away the things they fucking like. And they'll get fucking pouty, but guess what? They'll do it. Because humans naturally want to have the things they like. Like if I told you you got no more internet until you fucking go to work and pay your bills, guess what? You're going to go to work and pay your bills because you like the internet. Now, if you're one of these dumb people who are like, well, I'm not going to go to work still. Okay, well, then be homeless then. And that's how the repercussions of a man happens. Like you got privileges as a man. You got to think about the same thing. You have a house, a home, a car. And you know what you have to do to keep those things? You go to work and you do what you're supposed to do. Now, if you decide I'm not going to do what I want to do, I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do, I'm not going to go to work, I'm not going to do this, then guess what? You suffer the consequences of not having a car, not having a house, not having girls, and all that other stuff. Same thing with your body. You got to suffer. Like, you like having a nice six-pack. You like having big jack arms. Well, guess what? There's things you got to do to make sure that you maintain these things. And if you don't do the things that maintain these things, then guess what? You're gonna become a fat lard. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna be like, I'm fat. Why am I so fat? I don't want to be fat. I can't run. Nobody looks at me. They disrespect me. And if you don't want those particular things to happen to you, do the things that you're supposed to do and make sure they get done properly. And then have open and honest communication. And that's how you run a household. That's how you make sure that everything runs smoothly. But if you choose not to, you're gonna suffer. Suffer.